Hey, Tej here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for US market indices. On this video, I'll cover wave analysis with the electro theory and provide multiple scenarios a price may take and explain why I prefer one count over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Starting here on Dow Jones first and taking a look at RSI. This is pretty similar on all of them, but we'll go through them as well here. On Dow Jones, we have this trend line here that has not been even tested third time. On SP500, we are getting closer and closer to it, so it is less bullish overall. On NASDAQ, we have already crossed through it, so this is even more bearish. And then we have the Russell, in which we have a bit different. Let's try that again. A bit looking and where we haven't crossed that yet. So a bit different look on all of the indices throughout, but let's start the analysis itself with daily waves on this smaller time frame on 1 hour. So this Dow Jones count is very different from other indices. In this one we have this as wave 1 and 2. I have still this ABC possibility around here, but again we've gone so far beyond the 1.618 that this is very unlikely. So at the moment I would be looking more towards this being a wave 1 here, 2. And on other indices, this structure here was very impulsive. It was way bigger than this current structure, and we can consider that to be a wave 3. However, here, if we consider this a wave 3, then this would be wave 4 and this wave 5. Then overall, this wave 3 would be smallest, which can't happen in impulse wave. So that's why we have this as 1, 2, another 1, 2, and then 3, 4. This could be considered on other indices as well as we go and move forward, but at this moment this is the only index that this looks the best at the moment. Overall on here we would have topped wave 3 up top here and looking for this possible wave 4. Here is the issue though on Dow Jones is that wave 4 of the previous structure would be very close. It would be right where we are already at. So there is a bit of a difference here compared to the rest. On local time frame, I would think that we have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do have that divergence between the third and fifth, creating this impulse wave for this wave A. I'm using this as a corrective pattern. Of course, this can be a wave 1, but at that point we would have a way larger correction happening. This would be a 5-wave structure, then 3 waves, and then again 5 waves. Probably coming back to these areas again, which would not be allowed, at least with this current count. If we do that higher time frame structure or higher or larger structure here, then we would have to modify this count a bit and see how it works out better. Now SP500, let's turn off the non-Elliott wave stuff here. Overall what we have is still this 1, 2 and then looking for 3, or 3 is complete. The wave 4 is down here, 38.2 would be around this previous wave 4 in which we have this all kind of support areas, dailies, order blocks, and yeah, there is a lot of confluence around there as well. At this very moment, what happened last week was we created this topping pattern. I labeled this as an ending diagonal here into the fifth of the fifth of the third, and then since then again we were coming down faster. Now I didn't label this as a 5 waves. It can be 5 waves here as a like so, and then this would be a wave 1 or wave A. So currently we can pretty much have any correction up in here. Unfortunately, it is just because the extension here for that possible third wave would be so small compared to the rest of the structure that I've labeled this as an ABC instead. So this would bring us to W, then WXY into X, and then 3-way structure into wave Y. We have gotten divergences here already, so I'm not quite sure what this is as of yet. Let's take a look at higher time frame. We do have that on 1 hour where the wave Y has erased the wave W as in divergences, which is again what we're looking for in any 3-way structure. Right now we are back at this 1-to-1 to 1.236 extension, in which again we could be looking for higher prices. However, On higher time frame, as we are looking for this wave 4, I would think that this is the first leg here. Could be coming down a bit more, all the way up to the 41.89 area, and then again looking for another 3-way move, and then again another 3-way move coming back a bit down more towards this previous wave 4. So that would be the most important area to look at for. NASDAQ, pretty similar as well. In this one we would have this as a 1, 2, 3. Now again, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 is not larger than wave 1, but again wave 5 is not larger than wave 3, so this is valid impulse wave structure. Again, we had very ugly topping pattern here. We probably don't even need this to be a diagonal here. I would think that we could have this as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the 3rd, 4th and 5th. Probably has the better look that way. And since the top, we've had pretty much very similar price action. Again, the same idea here, A, B, C, 3 waves here into X, and then looking for wave Y to complete in 3 waves. Let's take a look at the time actually here, probably around those highs. Yeah, we just made it to the 1-to-1 extension down here on lower time frame, or in any time frame for that wave Y to happen. So yeah, I think this actually needs to be lower time frame there, as we are looking for that wave structure here. But pretty much the same idea as in SP500. I would think this is only the first leg downwards, creating some kind of larger structure, because if we are just looking at this as the wave 2 and this would be wave 4, I don't think it's going to be the case. I really think we're going to do that, something like this. Again, a bit more room to the downside. I wouldn't expect more than $13,070. If we go below that, then we need to analyze this a bit more. On Russell 2000, we have a count as well. Let me bring it up. In this one, I'll label this as a possible wave 1 again. It is a bit ugly, this first one here, but nothing we can do about it. The extensions, however, are telling that, okay, this is definitely an impulse wave. We get to the 2.236. Maybe I should rotate that to the left so we can actually see it. There we go. So 2.236, which is again a very impulsive structure. And then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 into that 5th, or completing that 3rd. Since then, again, we would be looking for some kind of 3-way structure down here. At the moment, this does feel way more impulsive to the downside than the other indices, in which again we would have this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, bringing us to the possible wave A. At the moment, we have created lows here on RSI, so I'm not quite sure if this 5-way structure is done. I'm almost thinking that we have a this would be a 3rd, looking for 4th and 5th, creating that divergence here, and then creating that larger divergence between the 3rd and 5th here, which would make more sense. And then again, if we are thinking this as a 5-way move, this would be only the A wave, and then we would do a retracement for the B wave. We would look for confluence around these areas. My favorite is again that 0.5 to golden pocket. Golden pocket has that daily and a naked point of control right there with an order block. Makes total sense to me that we would be pivoting from here down back to that C wave, but we can measure the targets again later on once that happens. Generally, 38.2 retracement for the wave 4 would be the area of interest, but again, that would be beyond the previous wave 4, so I don't really expect that to happen. The lowest I am looking for this to go is around $1,906, very close to the 38.2 though. But again, we can measure the targets here later on. But I think that's enough for today on this video. If you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes, and link to my free Discord server in the description below. For now, I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you in the next video. Bye bye.